djAFK here. Happy Thirsty Thursday. We are going to get back to some New World. We do have the new microphone for the New World. Let's see how that does tonight. We did a test stream on this yesterday, and it seemed to hold up well. We'll try it out again tonight. All right, looks like our next quest objective for the main storyline is over here. It is called Rare Spice. I think there's only 10 to 15 more quests in the sequence to actually kind of finish the game as far as main storyline progression. Since the new updates, though, it's only going to cost me 20 A's off to fast travel over here. I have a nice 0 encumbrance cost, and for some reason a 0 distance cost. That's okay. We are pretty well empty in our inventory anyway, because I'm just used to doing that. I would like to point out, though, on the patch notes from Monday or Tuesday this week, they did fix a major issue that I had a problem with. It says here, fixed an issue where inputs buffered before a player was affected by a crowd control effect, such as a stagger, a stun, knockdown. They would activate when the effect ended, instead of more recent inputs. Crowd control effects will now clear the input buffer when they are first applied. So such as, if I was attempting to swing again and I get stunned, it would perform that same action after I get done, instead of, you know, canceling that action and performing the next couple buttons that I've pressed. Their input translation in this game is not what I would consider good. Go ahead and warp over here closer to our objective. But I like the input buffering in games like World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy XIV, even Final Fantasy XI for that matter was better than this. That one you had to kind of time your inputs with what was on the screen, whereas now they'll queue up a little bit and allow you to be a little bit more natural about it. Alright, what kind of level are the mobs in this zone? 52. Let's see what this cat does. Seems pretty well standard. It looks like I need to eat some food. Let's find out if this quest they give us is to actually kill stuff, or if it's just go talk to a person. They also changed the way that logging works. So when you're cutting down trees, they made it so that it's easier to level up to 100, which we took the grueling route through and actually just grin and bear it and go chop down 10 million trees to get to level 100. Now they've apparently nerfed that to where it's not that difficult. Super awesome that we worked hard to do that. It will be better in the long run, especially if you create a new player, change servers, anything like that. Alright, so it looks like I just need to talk to Ixia, who I'm guessing will send me somewhere else to do something. There's a lot of mobs on the road here. That's right, I can't block arrows. And you got me poisoned? Oh, you got a boar on me too? Ouch! That was an unnecessary hit. Alright, let's go ahead and get some food. Hit a circle of healing. And skin this boar. Well, somehow we completed our objective. Already. That's okay. You and Matt. So now we just have to go back over here past where we started. But for some reason she sent us across the map in this direction and then said, nah, turn around, you're good. I don't feel like fighting that archer right there. We're just going to proceed forward. And for some reason, even with the new battery, I am getting a notification of low battery for this earpiece. That is no fun. Well, let's see if we can make it just a moment longer. We will swap and then correct that. See if we got any mobs on our tail. None? No. Alright, well, unfortunately, second test for this earpiece, not that good. Let's go ahead and make sure our volume is okay on the other. Alright, and back to muffled sound. We'll let that charge up for a few, see what its major malfunction is. We put a new battery in it yesterday. Charged it full, ran a test for about 2 hours, worked fine. Charged it back full, left it here, although the charger was unplugged, overnight. So I guess that it could be bleeding out voltage due to still being turned on. I thought that once you had it plugged in to the base station, that it would realize that it's off. I guess not. We will learn more about that one. Yep, there's a lynx that's probably going to catch me momentarily. Go ahead and take care of him. And an archer and a lynx. And it looks like another lynx and another one. We're going to get quite the collection of mobs on our back. Alright, before we talk to Ixia, I need to take care of a few of these. Yep, we still got an archer over there after us. Can I hit him from here? Yep. Nice. Those guys are a pain. Might as well get some healing while we skin this lynx. And there is Ixia. Let's see what she has to say.
The parts are gathered, and the moon is right. The simmered spores primordial ferment. Now tie it tight with dryad seeds to make the blighted balm.
We're gonna make a blighted bomb.
Be careful with that.
And we hit 56. Nice. Alright, so we need to go back over kind of to where we tried to go the first time, which means that the roadway or pathway here that we're taking will be full of mobs again because they will have respawned before we run back through. Super awesome. Looks like we caught some cat on our tail. Two cats, three cats, something like that. Let's make it 4, right? They'll fall off eventually. Running away from things in this game is super easy, and especially since they made that modification about 6 months ago to where you run a little faster on the road than you do in off the road. That does help you outrun things. Stuff like the alligators and the bears, though, they move fast and they attack quick. So they'll get on your ass, and there's nothing you can do but get hit a bunch. Those things are entirely overpowered in this game. Alright, we are almost to our destination, so we probably should kill any mobs that we see that we're going to encounter. Like this guy before he sneaks up behind me, and I can't tell. I think they explode. Yes, they do explode. Alright, let's talk to Adriana. Shit, he's gonna pop. And he didn't hurt his buddy. Alright. Gonna help after all.
I see you have the blighted spore bomb. Be very careful with it. The blast that kills the rot can also kill the root.
I have to be careful with this blight bomb. Oh, come on. You're going to give a novice a blight bomb and expect that I know how to use it?
Even if this works, your plan for the Motherwell is still insane. But the corrupted Ebonscale fleet is a very real threat. And I'll breathe easier knowing it's neutralized. Good luck.
Alright, what is our objective here? Sabotage the fleet at the Dynasty Shipyard in a group. We don't have a group because nobody plays this game. Oh wow. That is a lot further than I have been. Is that a marker here? It is. Uncharted landmark. Alright, so we can at least make it over to a couple of these landmarks, get those ready. That may take a substantial amount of time. And for 12 Azoth, I can warp all the way over here. Wow. Okay, that will not take a substantial amount of time. So from all the way up where we are, to more than twice the distance to my respawn point, I can just travel over here for next to nothing. Let's do that. Let's make sure we don't have anything around us that we need to pick up. And we don't. Let's go, boys. Oh, shit. It says I haven't been there, but I have been there. I'll bet I have stuff in storage, and I do. It's a little ridiculous how they pull shenanigans like that in this game. You'll have the destination, and then later it's like, no, you've never been here. Yeah. Alright, let's move for more Azoth to this shrine over here. Yep. Oh, I see. It's 20 in this one because it's owned by a different faction, and it's only 12 to go to that one. And it says that I've never been to this fast travel location either, which is a bunch of crap, because that's my home zone, and I have done all of that stuff. Let's see what we got here. Oh, a 500 Void Gauntlet. Not bad. Can't use it. Alright, so 460, nope, don't need that. Salvaged. Redonkulous. Let's recall to the inn here and go ahead and hoof it. On that note, I shall return in one moment, and we will try to get that headset working again. Alright. We have returned. Go ahead and find us a quick, easy escape from this town. Actually, let's drop off any materials that we have, even though it's not too much. They can come in handy sometimes to have nice empty bags. We don't have much room here. Yep, can't drop off much. We can just get rid of all the minutia that's clogging up the way that the bag looks visually. Oh wow, that threw me for a loop. Yeah, sometimes closing the map on this game just puts your viewpoint all over. It's not a bug, it's a feature. I have noticed that there are not as many minerals laying around as there were in the recent past couple months or so. Usually, I couldn't even make it walking down a road. Oh, they reduced the end time. It says 25 minutes, and that was not long ago that I did that, so I'll bet that it's reset to 30 minutes or somewhere abouts. Hey, ask and you shall receive. Talking about no resources along the side of the road, and suddenly there's a bunch of resources on the side of the road. That's what I'm talking about. You know, I really miss those large piles of gold that would just be sitting in the middle of the road for me to pick up and get rich. Where are those? Come on, drop, drop. Come on, piles of coins, middle of road. You know you want to spawn. Is that some wire fiber over here? Looks like it. Wire fiber it is. Alright, next large resource we get to, let's switch back to the other headset. See how it continues to do. There's a small resource over there. Not long enough to switch a headset. But I guess we could just stand still. Or if we got a really straight shot, yeah, I guess we can do the auto run. There we go. Had to run all the way around that one to get some traction. Alright, let's see what we have here. Alright. Looks like we have audio again. Let's see if we can get the thing to work right. I hope that wasn't a bunk battery that I put in. It is very possible, though, since I'm not used to the device. It came out of the recycling. It could have either a problem or just a method that I'm not familiar with, to where you do have to manually turn it off before setting it down on the charger, or it would stay on, something like that. Usually those Plantronics things, though, when you set them down in the charger, they're now off. It just goes ahead and does that when it senses that you've plugged it in. Looks like we missed some herbs. And it's nighttime. Super awesome. Although, on a good note, I did find another candidate that I can go for a new video card. I will be up that direction tomorrow lunchtime, so I might leave a little bit early and see if I can obtain one. They only had like 8 in stock, so it is possible that by morning they're not there anymore, because video cards for a good price for a good object is kind of unobtainium. Let's go ahead and use this upgrade point since it keeps popping in my face here. We are not near either side, so let's go ahead and split points. Oh, it looks like maybe some hemp over here. Yep. Hemp it is. That's it. One more little one. It does seem that the lower mobs aren't being aggressive from as far away. I didn't notice that in the patch notes, but I didn't go through and, you know, completely tear them apart and see what everything was. I just kind of gave it a good cursory glance and saw a few things I was interested in. The input update should be helpful. The Azoth distance cost is very helpful. That was a major drawback during that Christmas event. We're running around to every city every day, and we ran pretty low. Alright, there's a lot of mobs right on the road here. Let's step off the road just a tiny bit. That guy was too close when he popped up. Alright, we do have some swamp-looking terrain here. We should be on our toes, looking out. Oh, we don't need water. We need soul worm. There we go. Look out for some alligators and stuff. Don't need to run into any of those. That is a young tree. Huh, got it. Hate to see how big old trees get there. Avoid pitcher. A Mossmire boar. Them's good eatings. Looks like in these higher level areas they are doing more and more of the tunneling you through close proximity hallways and things. But you can just run next to it. They usually don't have anything good in those, which you kill all the mobs, might as well get a chest or something. But the chests are scattered through this game just everywhere. There's an alligator right over there. 2 of them. Now we have to make sure that this town actually activates our presence. But I guess if it doesn't, we can always use the spirit shrines that we're about to go to. So I'm in the town. That should have activated right there. And it says that I can fast travel here. You say so, bud. I've got stuff in storage already, which means I have been here. And wouldn't let me fast travel before. Go ahead and drop off the rest of this garbage. All right. Looks like we need to go pretty well southwest. Now that I am no longer in the town, let's just check. You can only fast travel while in... Okay, yeah, that's fine. I have to be in a town outpost or spirit shrine in order to travel to it, but it didn't say you can only go there if you've been there. Guess we'll find out when we get to the next spirit shrine. Got a tiger over there. What the fuck is that? Crimson Peacock. And he just gave me feathers, an egg, and some chicken. Hey, we got a territory standing. XP gain. Let's do it. There is a chest in that one, but and a letter, but I just pulled like 4 or 5 of them. Let's see if we can find some place to run and hide for a moment, go back and try that again. Wow, these things are everywhere. They all running back? Maybe. Looks like it. All right. Let's try that again. Start with this miner gardener guy down here, a laborer. All right. Go ahead and fill ourselves up. Just in case, never know. Oh, we don't have food on, that's the problem. We need some foods. There's our musketeer. He's musketing us from a distance. These guys are taking a couple hits. Alright, let's go ahead and top off real quick. We got our winter apparel equipped with the glowy eyes from yesterday's drop. I like it. Hey, a musketeer. I hate you. Let me swing my big hammer at you. Two chests and a page. Nice. Alright, back to our main path here. There we go. Went ahead and grabbed the peacock. Didn't do the fight. They do have a slight delay between when they attack and just stand there. Sometimes you can use that to your advantage. Wow, that... Yeah, sometimes pulling out of that map throws you for a loop. Or at least for me. Alright, so we got mobs, lightning resistant, frozen. I gotta get rid of this guy, he's causing all sorts of chaos. And this guy is brutal. Why would this be in the middle of the road? You got like two named mobs. Alright. Got rid of their punk asses. And pulled another tiger. See if we can skin this guy over here. Yep. And let's see if we can skin this one before we get aggroed by the respawning mobs. That tiger had all sorts of stuff on him. Alright. That does not look like an interesting fight to me. We'll just keep running. Oh, Musketeer. He's going to be shooting me in the back. Keep some transverse velocity on him. And I'm not quite going the right way. I'm supposed to be going south. I went the high road instead. See if this is something I can run over top of here. That'll take me right down to where I need to go, if that is possible. Oh, well, that's a nice thing to run into. Ouch. Gotta duck a couple of those just to get out of his way. And another orange mob. Bison. Level 60. That's not good at all. They don't look like they're following me. But it does not appear that I can get over this ledge. Let's see. Nope, that is too tall. Alright, how do I get around? Looks like the safest route around is the road, but we always throw caution to the wind. Let's see, where else do we need to be? Yeah, let's go ahead and go north and then just a little bit east here. We'll go around near the road. Got another 17 minutes on our food. Even that boar was pretty high. Serenity peacock. Still just gave me feathers. Want some like rare bird golden egg or some garbage. Oh, got too close to that tiger. I think he saw me. That's not good. Another bison. He chasing me? No. Maybe they're not as aggressive as some other things. One of these guys is gonna give me something. Nope. Just poultry and feathers. That's nice. They've got a resource node on top of this building. Because I guess the cracks in the concrete get water held in them and make good plant life areas. Ouch. I got a boar on me. Oh, that's right. Another one of the things that they updated was when you go to dodge, you recover a little quicker. Like it doesn't completely stop you in your tracks and that kind of stuff. So when I do the dodge, it's not being detrimental. They had quite a few little cheats to go around with that one, where when you do the dodge, you then switch weapons or pull your weapon in and out, and it stopped the recovery timer. Essentially let you run faster every time your endurance bar fills up. That was utilized pretty heavily in PvP, and it was just known as this is what you have to do. So if you happen to have a keyboard that is programmable, you could just program a button to do that for you and make that your running dodge button. Hey, there's a mature tree. It had moss all over it. It was much smaller than that young tree that we saw earlier. Oh, man. All these mobs are pretty decently high. Where are they sending me? $57. I'm sure we could take them, but it's going to take a while to fight through all those guys that are just running by. We need to get to the Dynasty Shipyard to see if we can even accomplish what they're asking. It does say that it is a group quest. There is no groups. We have to figure out a way to do it solo. So, let's go see if there is a way to do that. In some of the group quests that we've done, how I got around that was to, like, you have to go loot a couple chests, or drop, you know, in this case might be dropping off a couple blight bombs or something like that. If you wait 5 or 10 minutes, then the chest respawns, or the area where you can drop the bomb kind of respawns, and you just have to wait a few minutes and stick around the same spot that you can actually handle instead of attempting to run into the thick of what's going on. Oh wow, those guys are still running after me. And that guy's finally running away, even though he was fighting for a little while. Yeah, their retreating mechanism is not the greatest in this game, but at least sometimes they do go away after a while. Yeah, let's attempt to avoid anything that we don't need because we are not anywhere near our objective yet. Level 60 goat. Awesome. I mean, we still have decent gear. It's level 45 stuff, but it was top of the line at 45. and we're 56. So we are a little bit behind, but we're not horrible. I've been worse before. We got this under control. There's our spirit shrine. This will unlock it so that we can warp straight here in the future. Let's see. Looks like we go back north a tiny bit. Yep, and then we'll head west. Snake through this cavern. Get to our next spirit shrine, which is close to our objective. This is a level 60 area up here, so maybe we should find alternate travel arrangements. Yeah, we're gonna die here. Unless I can keep it together, man. We got another territory point. Have to kind of zigzag through some of this stuff so that we don't get lines in our back like that. What kind of green peacock is this? Nope, still didn't drop anything. That's a fluffed up turkey. Just tuck and roll. Tuck and roll. Yeah, he kind of landed a little hard before the tuck and roll on that one. Alright, we do have a territory standing point. Go ahead and take care of that since we're in a safe spot. Storage. Sweet. Always need more storage. Ouch. Yeah, let's see. We really just need to get to the west here. Can I jump up on anything? Nope. Can I get around this object? Still go west. Yes, I can. Don't see any alligators offhand. What is this spear guy? 55, yeah, we're fine. We don't have to let him pile up or anything. I don't know if I can swim all the way across there. Guess there's one way to find out. I guess I don't swim, I just walk on the bottom. I guess with all that heavy armor, yeah, stuck to the bottom. There's a chest. We gotta kill this guy. He went down very fast compared to the prior. Let's try to stay out of the water spray so we can see where we're going, what we're doing. Some of these guys are easier than others. Alright, so Spirit Shrine is right over here, but there is a chest right there. Squirrel! The provisions crate. I got my cheese bait, so that's, I guess, a provision. Alright, so I guess this is the Dynasty Shipyard over the west of us. Alright. Spirit Shrine activated. I guess that's like a special power or something. Because it got activated. Mobs all over the place here. We seem to have avoided most. We did catch this Dynasty guard here, who has a keen eye. And we caught another one. I think we can just jump away from him, though. These guys sound like they're on Mad Max. They got the garbled, aggressive yell. Yeah, if I have to actually fight my way through all that, that could take a minute. Or 20. Alright, so we made it to the Dynasty Shipyard. Where's my objective? Ouch. Alright, so there's only 3 of them. We might be able to take them. Oh, that's right, they got those stupid poison-type breathing things. There's more than 3. And we're gonna die. Yep. Died. Alright, where do we respawn? Uncharted landmark. I think we charted that one. And I think that's where it's sending me. And it is. Yeah, they definitely need to fix that. keeping track of which things you've unlocked is kind of a big deal in MMOs. Looks like our chest is getting hurt pretty bad. Fix that. Our life staff. I think we're good on everything else. Do need to eat some food. And it's not showing my buttons. Ah, yes. Need to pick a weapon. There we go. Alright, so that is where we need to be, but let's move in a little bit slower and more cautiously. Or I guess we could just try for the same thing again. These guys are both going to see me. Oh, he hit me. That wasn't very nice. Uh-oh. Big red squirrel. Wait, 175? Oh crap, I'm not 175. Nope. Can't grab that or a chalcum vein. So it looks like a lot of the dock goes out this way. Hey, those guys actually ran all the way around there to catch up to me. Huh. Strange people. It looks like the ground meets over there. I can probably skip a lot of this by swimming through this area. Maybe. If there are places come up on the dock. Yeah, we don't want to be stuck underwater for this long. Can't jump or anything like that. Looks like steps right over here. Nope. That is in fact just a glitch in how they drew it. Alright, so we can't cheat in that way. Let's go back here and try to get on one of the docks. Cause some ruckus. Hammer time. I might be able to skip these two mobs. Maybe. Nope. But I can probably get some good distance on them. Oh, son of a gun. There we go. Alright, we'll take out the little guy, block this guy, stun him up, and then we need to move behind these crates because the other person after us is Archer, and he just ran away. Alright. Supply stockpile! we can get these two far enough apart, we can fight them independently. That would be preferred. Nope. He aggroed. And a provisions crate. We definitely got some provisions, sugar and milk. Make ice cream. Don't know what this guy's about, but we are about to find out. That's new. He hurt me, and this guy, he does not look like he's messing around. Ouch! He is not messing around. I guess you can just do that stuff and not care about any meters or anything. Alright, note to self. Don't fight these guys for 262 experience. Alright, we need to catch up just a tiny bit on health, but we also need to get the hell out of this spot before those guys respawn. Alright, one person saw us. Unfortunately, he's ranged. That's not good. Alright, so now we got 3 of them. We need to get rid of the ranged guy. Now he's gone. There we go. Stun these guys. Alright. Knocked another one down. And it feels like I'm getting shot in the back. Ooh. Not even sure what he did there. Oh. He finished me. Finish him. Alright, so this is going to be a little bit tough. Let's see here. I think we spent enough time there that all these mobs will have respawned. I think our first attempt actually did better. So let's see if we can come up with a strategy that's kind of in between, or even more, balls to the walls all the way to the end objective and try to get them to despawn. I don't like the penalties that they give you for death in this game, but they're not horrible. They just... repair parts are not a direct object. I guess you could go to the auction house and just buy garbage to fill that up. Go ahead and see what we have in our bags here. 478, we might as well keep that. 494, yeah, that's better than what we have equipped. Yep, that's it. Give me just one moment, I shall return, and we will try this yet again. Alright. Let's see if we can get this properly placed. Need to go straight that direction and all the way to the end of the dock. What's the worst that can happen, right? Leroy Jenkins. Yep, ranged people's on me. See if we can find the edge of some place. Well, that seems to have worked out quite well, actually. We got rid of all but one of the mobs. Oh, the AI in this game is not the brightest bulb on the tree. I can't believe how uncannily that worked. All we had was a little boat to jump down on, and even almost fell off of one of the other things. Alright, so we have... Oh, I see. This is a damn expedition. This is another dungeon. That's not good. Yep, and this is the quest giver guy. Huh. Well, crap. That is actually a group thing that I can't get out of. All right, well, I guess we will head back, and then we will find a group eventually, and hopefully I can find one on stream. I've had quite a bit of difficulty finding groups for just about anything. Now, this is closer to endgame, so there may be a lot more groups for it. I've not tried this particular expedition. But the other ones, they took a while to find groups. Maybe with the new updates, people will actually play the game. Sweet, and the headset seems to be working now. I'm not sure if it had a bad charge or did stay on overnight, but we are currently all good to go. If we have room to put this storage, we do not. We are all out. But yeah, thank you for joining tonight. Tomorrow night or Saturday night, we will probably get back on the Final Fantasy X progression. And then after that, who knows? Maybe some more New World. Come join us. Thanks for stopping out. Stay safe.